able to exchange oxygen very efficiently over a long period of time. Fast twitch is boom, explosive, real fast right now. That's why you do a lot of Olympic movements and powerlifting movements to create more fast twitch muscle fibers so that you're more explosive. So when you're throwing and you're hitting and you're exploding off the backside, that's all fast twitch muscle fibers, okay? That's why they teach you power cleans, your bench press, your squats, your front squats, things like that. Plyometrics help a lot with your fast twitch muscle fibers. Everyone's pretty much born with this equal amount, but the more you work on the fast twitch muscle fibers, you'll see hypertrophy, you'll start to get bigger, but it also means you're gonna be more explosive. And that's where the power comes from. So it usually works hand in hand. The bigger the muscles get, the stronger it is, because it's a leverage thing. When you talk about physics, when you have more of a lever to work with, bigger it is, the stronger it is also. Okay? Does that help a lot?
Yes, that's where Perfect Game and USA are starting to test, guys. Are those explosiveness. So when you guys are down here working out, exploding, think about that mindset, what you guys are trying to create. You know?
What's the 60-yard dash you guys all want to be breaking? What's the 60-yard dash time you all need to break? The number.
7.5.
7. 7. 7. 7.5 is average. You guys should be at 7.5. 7 is where you need to get to. That's middle infielders, outfielders, first base, third corners, pitchers. Just go run them a marathon. I'm just kidding. I always have to do that, pitchers. Any pitchers in here? I'm going to give pitchers a hard time all the time. I wasn't. So understand so that's important is the 7 for the 60, okay? Velocity, what do you think velocity, middle infielders, outfielders, where do you think you guys need to be?
A6.
Close to 90. I think the average right now, you're looking at college averages right now is around 89, getting close to the 90s, the average recruits. So what I also do is I look at kids that get scholarships in baseball and football. That's what I do. It's a geeky thing, but I do. I look at what did they do? What were their measurables to get there? How tall were they? Most of them are over 6 foot. That's on average. 6 foot or higher is usually an average. Football, baseball, basketball, 6 foot. Weight. Baseball has been 200. 200 is a key number. 6 foot 200 plus is key numbers. The corners, you can be much heavier. The outfields, you can be heavier. In the infield, it starts to get a little lighter. But again, 6 foot is still a key thing. Velocity, 90 is what you want to be looking for. Exit velocity on hitting, they're starting to finally look more at that. Rather than the 5 tools when we were growing up, it was always the 5 tools. It's hard to judge some of those. So they're just looking at exit velocity. And what I'm trying to tell you is these are measurables that you can work on a daily basis, that you can have on a board somewhere. Most of you are on Perfect Game, right? Is there anyone that's not on Perfect Game? We're all on Perfect Game, great. So when we're on there, it's got your measurables on there. If I'm a recruiter, I'm a scout, I just basically type in, I want 6 foot or taller, 200 pounds taller, runs a 60 and 7 or faster. I've got all those numbers right there. And now I have a list of kids I can look at. Do you see how it works? Every college does that. So you need to understand that, hey, I didn't get on there because I ran a 7.1. You just got under that 7. You see what would happen? So I'm telling you, get the measurables. Get the measurables. The rest will start to come, okay? You guys work hard. You guys know baseball. You're going to get better at it, the practices and stuff, but work on the measurables, guys. Work on those measurables.
Especially if we're not going to be 6 feet, 6'1", right?
There's always outliers. Everyone's go, oh, no, like I get it. There are always outliers.
You know, the baseball don't know how big you are. Baseball don't know how strong you are. Okay, so if we are under that radar, then what are you going to do different? What are you going to do different to break that barrier? You know, it's sad, and a lot of it is eyewash. It's a baseball terminology that we use, but Scouts look at size. They do. But for us, I'm 5'10", 5'11". You're never gonna hit in the big leagues. If I believed them, if I was that stupid to believe them, I wouldn't have. But you guys gotta learn, start doing things right, like he talks about this nutrition. What comes in here, and what's your heart, and what's your desire? You all know the numbers, we're throwing numbers out there. There's benchmarks out there. It's up to you guys to go and reach them. How bad do you want it? You know, I tell my kids all the time, don't tell me, show me. Man, we can talk a great game. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm looking at you, doesn't show it. Understand? Don't ever let somebody knock you down because you're not tall enough. You're not strong enough. You're not fast enough. You know, there's still guys in the big leagues who you think, man, how's he there? He ain't got the size. Doesn't look big. He's got this. There's a lot of guys in big leagues that have heart, and they're there. So, again, all the stuff that we're doing now is prepping you guys, because you guys at that stage, they're starting to rank our 15U now. 14U, you guys are next. Now's the time for us to start pounding, start getting this a little more serious. That's why we're throwing all of this at you. For a reason. 2 years from now, we'll know in this room who's serious. You know?
And the other thing too is I would love to come back and talk to you guys on the mental aspects, because again, we talk about, I mean, how many times does someone say, you know, baseball's, 80% mental, or some kind of number, all right? If I'm a recruiter, all right, and you come out of the dugout, all right, same guy comes out, all right? It's that simple, guys. First impressions. You can't ever have another first impression. Shoulders back, chest up, confidence at all times. And you guys are out there in showcases, I'm sorry, but you're horses, man. You're cattle. And I'm looking through every one of those cattle going, man, which one's got the it factor that I want to give $100,000 to can come and represent my program. A lot of you guys have gone through the USA stuff, and they talk about the USA. I love that about it. That was awesome, But I'll tell you, every great school, we went to Texas A&M, we went to the Longhorns, we listened to them talk, and they're like, we want someone that's going to walk around with our jersey and represent our school at all times. We're going to talk about social media. Guys, they really do. Hey, remember you might not be 6 foot? You got a 4.0? Taking that kid. Okay? I'm not going to have to worry about having my tutors find out where this kid is and is he going to pass his classes. He's playing second base for me and he's going to be batting second because I know he's got a 4.0 in high school. How many of you guys in October are going to take your PSAT? You guys even know what do you guys know what a PSAT is? That's your pre-SAT. You get your PSAT and you get your number up right now, dude, scouts are already looking. Who's got some good numbers? There's money to be issued for a kid who's got SAT and ACT scores. I had an academic scholarship, guys, not just athletics. So athletics school, I had academics too. When I quit baseball, I still had it paid for, okay? So it might be a measuring tool, another tool, because you go, hey, coach, just get me on the team and give me a little bit or something. Because I got the academic over here. They're going to pay for more of it. Yeah, I'll take you. Do you see how that is? Are there 100% full ride scholarships for baseball right now? Did you hear what he said, guys? No. Okay? I don't know how much money you guys are putting away, your parents are putting away for school. My parents did nothing. I knew the only way I was going to go to their school is I had to do it myself, and I wasn't going to get a loan. Okay? So I had to do it through school. I had to do it through sports. So guys, school can get you there too, and it could be a bartering tool with a school going, hey, I got great grades. I'm going to get some money from your college, on academics. Give me the athletic side, okay? So be thinking. Here's another thing too. Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas went to Auburn on a football scholarship. Okay? I can give you lists and lists and lists. John Elway went to school on a football scholarship. The list goes on and on of how many guys got a football scholarship, but then went, I'll play baseball. Okay? Kenny Lofton played basketball. The list goes on and on. So again, don't forget, recruiters are looking for athletes. A lot of coaches have a point of going, I just want the best athlete. Give me the best athlete. I'll teach him